And we should be going, and yep, there we go. We're off. We're off to the races. So you have a choice between two pipes. Now, if this one leads us to a tower pipe, we may have a little bit of a troll. We don't. We do have to take the blue fort. And our first fortress is World 7 Fort 2. What a fort to start off with. As SDiezal finds 1-2 over there. Macobra is making pretty short work of this, though. We have the Temple of the Fireflower. I repeat, Temple of Fireflower. As SDiezal 2 finds Temple of Fireflower. SDiezal taking this slow. I don't blame him. This place is nasty. Ooh. As SDiezal takes a dive into lava. And Macobra finishes off the fortress. SDiezal taking out the Cerebros, hoping to get an item that can help his swim through the fortress. All he gets is a cloud. Macobra is taking out 1-2 and should find no issue here. Even if that fire trump, it just gets a star power to the face. So we do have both fortresses in the way here. So this is not a super short World 5. We still have to take on some levels. Macobra picking up his cloud. SDiezal is working his way through to the end of World 7 Fort 2. Hello, old reliable! Well, I think we're seeing that cloud used immediately. And we have a swing fort right beyond it. World 3 Fort 2. Oh, the waffle. That's a little painful. Now Macobra has to do 5-9. SDiezal fighting his 5-9. And using his cloud to take the lead. For now. He could switch off another death. Well, this is very appropriate music. Macobra is through Old Reliable and is now going to head on to the fortress. SDiezal going to fight Boom Boom. Just 3 simple hits and he's out of there. And he will be the first to move on to our world, onto the airship of this world. As Macobra is just slightly behind him. And it is the World 7 airship. So, you know, nuts and bolts and flamethrowers. And, you know, some mountains and some moles partway through. And Macobra is now entering the World 7 airship as well. But here's Roy, our boy. And he's out of there after 2 stomps on the noggin. Macobra not that far behind. This is still anyone's race. As Macobra gets hitboxed. A hex upon you! What color is that? Macobra is now exiting World 5. And we have well, we have a very persistent Cheep Cheep. That's what we have. So SDiezal is taking this level a little conservatively, which seems to be his play style. Oop, fell in the water. And we have normal tanks. Wait, is this super tank? I've been paying attention. No, it's normal tanks. Excuse me, that is a normal level tile. This is not a fortress. Diesel pulled ahead, but it could still go either way. SDiezal fighting his Sludge Bro here. And he's going to get a Cloud. I gave him access to both fortresses, which I would take right now so he wouldn't have to come back hunting for one when he's trying to find Wendy. Precisely why I would take it over them. That probably gives Macobra a slight lead now. Hello, Boom Boom. Goodbye, Boom Boom. And Orb. As that was a World 4 Fort 1. At least it is on SDiezal's side. Now, Macobra knows that is the fortress he needed to take in order to open the way to Wendy. Because one of the locks is still unbroken. You see that lock over there on the screen? That did not break when SDiezal completed that fortress, which means it was the lock that was blocking the way to Wendy. So Macobra has dunked on Wendy in the World 1 airship. SDiezal's not far behind him. Okay, in this particular flag set, levels where they appear on the world map, fortresses, rewards from item boxes and toad houses and Koopa and Hammer Bros are randomized as our Hammer Bros themselves. How many hits Koopalings take? Koopaling weight. And in this particular one, end cards are removed, as is the in the other flags, the ability to break locks with a hammer. And we have World 6 Fort 2 here. Ice Fort, or, you know, as Gamer Cal called it, the Fortress of Solitude. SDiezal is also entering the Fortress of Solitude and flying through the bottom half here. As Macobra takes out Boom Boom, SDiezal is trying to close the gap. Now, did that break a lock, or did it give him a bridge? It just broke a lock. He's going to have to do the other fortress. And it is World 6 Fort 1. Both of them showing up in World 4 here. SDiezal is also entering the same fortress. Thankfully, he did not go check to see where the bridge was built. If the bridge was built or not. So he's just going to go through this and be fine. Getting himself a star and not waiting for that shroom. Say goodbye to Boom Boom, everyone. Boom Boom goes down. For both of them. And, we find the only level that has homing builds in the game. We are not going to see them anywhere else. And we have Sludge Rose. Not much of a threat here. Are they? Either way, and some Hammer Rose and water for good measure. SDiezal picking up a hammer, as does Macobra. About World 2 is the only one... World 2, and World 6 are the only worlds left that I think those hammers could come in handy in. SDiezal picking up a shroom. Okay, and we have the, World 2 airship here. Just so you know. And, that was 3 hits. 3 hits and he's gone. Not much different from normal. And World 7 is our next world. Now we have a lock blocking our way to that fortress. And we have Fort Knox. Can I get a Fred? Now, depending, if there's a something blocking the way to the castle here, both of these fortresses could be required. As Macobra takes on his first Boom Boom. And it nearly gets away from him. SDiezal entering this with a tail at the ready, so he's going to be not taking that long in here. Yep, both fortresses are required. Possibly. We don't know where that pipe next to the one fortress goes. And it goes... Well, doesn't matter, Macobra has found his way to the fortress, as it's blocked by 7-4. Also known as firmer water auto-scrolling, replaced by Atlantis and water auto-scrolling. I don't think it's actually known as that, but because that's a bit of a mouthful, but that's pretty much what it is. Swim through these static jellyfish and do not touch them, or you're not going to like the results. SDiezal once more getting the World 7 runaround. Macobra is about to enter his second fortress of the world. And it is World 2 Fort. SDiezal has found his way to the Fortress Island. All he has to do is get through 7-4 and take on this fortress. Macobra is taking on the Piranha level just for another item. Probably hoping for a hammer suit. Or at least a return on investment on that, fire flower. He gets a leaf instead. Hey, closer to the pipe! I think so, too. Unfortunately, it does not look like that was a possibility. We have the World 6 airship here. And a heavy one-hit Ludwig. He's kind of heavy and he's kind of soft. Oh, hello, 7-6. Well, that's not bad. A start. Just gotta get the clip. Third try. Or rather, first try every time. SDiezal entering World 6 airship, not far behind. Despite the slight mix-ups in World 7. And our air... And, oh, hello, and we have the Navy. As Macobra gets that P speed. And what a difference it makes. Oh, goodbye, Boom Boom of the Navy. And goodbye, World 2 Lock. We're going to see a hammer usage here. In just a moment. That pipe could actually be, you know, pretty good. We have the clip. Oh, first try SDiezal. Let's go. Cobra is going to probably take that pipe. It's just a boomerang, bro. Nothing to worry about. And gets a free fire flower too. I don't think it is. In fact, I don't think I've ever seen anything back there. We have the World 5 airship, by the way, over here on Macobra's side. Hello, one hit, Morton. I mean, I guess theoretically, if the pipe would not be required in completing the world, it would be possible to have the pipe back there. But it's not. I've never seen it happen. Thanks, Kane. Thanks, Peach! Well, that pipe got us past, anything? Did it do anything? Oh boy, this level's full of fire. Also, do not get flung into the pit at the end of this level. SDiezal's just a little bit behind, not far by far. Those hammer bros were sure going on a world tour. And we have super tanks. SDiezal is taking a swim in 3-2. I mean 2-2. Macobra finishes off the Boom Boom in super tanks. Not using the hammer when it could really come in handy. And we have World 1 Fort, which we know cannot be blocking access to the airship. Because you could get the item here, and if that's like a lock or a bridge in the way of the airship, you could not complete the seed, and therefore the game. The world, and therefore the game. SDiezal did not get flung into the abyss. He's just a little bit behind. Hello 5-1, where we just climb up and over, and then back down. Now, there is an item in this level, but in every race I've seen, no one's grabbed it. I think I keep missing the ones where they do. SDiezal gets a cloud from those hammer rows. And we just have to go through this one in order to get to the airship. The item in 5-1. And we have the World 4 airship, which has two items, one right there in the middle, one at the end of the stage. As SDiezal enters World 1 Fort. Ballboy taking more than just taking the vanilla 3 hits. It's okay, Macobra is also doing it. I mean, SDiezal. Help, the names are hard. Thank you, Kane. Macobra is entering what I think has to be World. Yep, it's World 1. We have our fortress right there blocking way to the airship. And Macobra has at least one cloud. I don't know if he has two. If he has two, he can just go straight to the airship and not worry about anything. SDiezal going up and over 5-1. As Macobra bonks on a Boom Boom, dope up his way to the airship. And it's 1-3. I would not want to skip. Wait, not 1-3. 1-4. I would not want to skip over this one anyway. It's pretty harmless. SDiezal getting bodied by a Paragoomba. Not nice. Popping a fire flower to get through this stage. As Macobra finds 6-5 with a boss bass. Nearly getting eaten, but he's fine. And SDiezal enters World 4 airship. SDiezal is trying to fly up, hoping there's like nothing up there that's going to bop him on the head. Just a Goomba and a Koopa. And SDiezal gets a Fire Flower at the end of World 4 airship, right before he fights Fall Boy, and he's just going to fry him. Very fast, very quick. Easy peasy. Kobo taking on the Fire Hammer Rose of the Speed. And gets a P-Wing. Pops the P-Wing going into the World 3 airship, so he can just fly right over the mast. It's really hard to tell which fortress is the fastest to me. A lot of them are pretty short. Fort Knox is pretty short. Door 6 Fort is pretty short. Well, Fort Knox, if you don't have to go get a Tanuki suit to beat it, it's pretty short. World 5 Fort 1 can be pretty short, but it can also be pretty rude depending on how used you are to it. Same goes with World 5 Fort 2. SDiezal taking on his first Boom Boom of World 8. I mean, Macobra is. Macobra is just entering World 8 as he finds World 6 Fort 2. Fort 3, actually. As SDiezal is going through 1-4. That's what he's doing. Names are hard, you guys. Koopa taking on his first Boom Boom. Okay, we found the fortress tank, which is the Air Force. I am always tilted, Dusty. Please leave me alone. And SDiezal is flying on up to see there's just a couple of a Goomba and a Koopa having a party. Macobra taking out the Navy Boom Boom, Navy, the Air Force Boom Boom. That does not break that lock. And he's already been through 2 fortresses. Oh, we have 2 locks! We know that and we've been through 2 fortresses. That means as soon as we find the way to Valley of Bowser, there is nothing blocking our way. As Macobra has to swim through 3-1, as SDiezal's making his way through his final airship. SDiezal sends Larry packing, and he's going to enter World 8 in just a moment. And we have Maze Fort blocking further progress in World 8. Thanks, Kane. Thanks. Also known as Trash Fort, this is Trash Fort. And Macobra gets that perfect P switch. So SDiezal is going through World 6 Fort 3. As SDiezal is just hunting for his way to Valley of Bowser. And he finds it! And has a spare fire flower, so we're going to see fire strats on his end for Bowser. For the Bowser. Does not get swag clip. Doesn't even try it the second time. So SDiezal's making his way through the Air Force. Taking it pretty conservatively. Does not want to flow it to his death, which, again, I do not blame him. That airship, the Air Force scares me. And we should have a pretty clean Bowser fight here from Macobra. Yep, gets Bowser up in the corner. And he's down. Can I get GG's in chat for Macobra, who wins this race and the match between him and SDiezal? SDiezal entering 3-1. Let me see if we can get Macobra in here. Ooh. A death to a lag blooper. Claims so many. Again, we're back to that uncanny valley sound that I dig so much. He's going a slightly different route than normal. Oh, he fell. Like, it could be an emulator, but I'm getting like that little bit of feedback sound that suggests to me that it is a capture card issue. And Macobra should be joining us in just a moment. As SDiezal is hunting for his way to Valley of Bowser, which he just found. The world's... And GG Macobra.
GG. How's it going?
Going pretty well. How'd you feel about those states?
Had some mistakes here or there, but overall not too terrible. The first round though, that World 7 and 8, it was going great until those two worlds. That was pretty brutal.
World 7 and both seeds gave SDiezal a bit of a runaround.
Oh really? Yeah. But yeah, that first one's one of the worst I've seen. That was 7 and 8, and having to traverse pretty much the whole world. And on the 17th island, you had to beat 2 levels just to get to the fort, I believe. That was rough. But
yeah, you did have a good time with that hand which wanted you to play 7-9 though.
I did. Unfortunately, the coin flips were not with me that time, so I decided to play and get it over with. You know, it wasn't too terrible, especially about Boss Bass or any of them to bother you.
Or like Paragomas everywhere.
Yeah. Also, you know that song, Don't Go Chasing Waterfalls?
Mm-hmm.
I need to make one called Don't Go Chasing Mushrooms.
Oh, you mean getting bopped on the head by that waffle?
Yeah, so not the first time I went back to try for a mushroom and then...
And SDiezal has just finished up. GG's in chat, please, as we see if we can get him in here as well. But yeah, that waffle, though.
Yeah, and having to play 7-9 and waste a cloud in the process, yeah. Fun.
It happened.
Yeah, other than that, I don't think there's any major mistakes. I mean, just a couple of deaths here or there.
After this, you go on to face Paradox, I believe.
Oh, he beat Morietta?
Yeah, apparently.
Oh, nice. He's really good, so I'm looking forward to that one. It ought to be a good one.
I believe he's in here to see who he was going to face off in the next round.
Yeah, he tends to get third place a lot, but good thing is that he won't have a chance of third this time around. For only 2 opponents. But yeah, looking forward to it. I mean, he's really good, so it's definitely one you don't want to miss.
And it looks like SDiezal, yes, SDiezal has just joined us. GG's, how'd you feel about those seats?
Yo, GG.
GG, Diesel.
GG, Macobra. I felt like they were pretty good seeds. Like, the first one was a little rough, but I thought this one was really good for bracket flags.
I mean, it did open up with World 742.
Yeah, that too. I got a little lost in World 7. I couldn't remember which pipe took me to the fort that I know I needed to do. So, like, I did the first fortress, and I was like, okay, that's not what I needed. I knew I was going to have to go for the other. And, like, there was only one pipe that took us to the second island, so I was like, alright, I got to go find this one first.
I do actually have a question for you.
Okay.
Why did you take that one fortress in World 1 in the first seed? That was also World 742.
You're gonna have to. I can't actually remember.
It was on the World 1 map. It wasn't real. It was lock was not blocking the way to the airship. I was just wondering
Was it
why.
really?
It was not. You had a choice between that fortress and a normal level to get to the airship.
The only thing I can think of is muscle memory. Like I usually end up having to do the fortress in World 1, so that might have been why I did it. I don't know.
Yeah, always nice when you get a choice between the normal level and the fort in one.
Yeah, if I did like actually took a look at it, like sometimes when I'm looking at the world map, I get like a quick look at it. I don't really try to think too much about it. I take a quick glance and then I kind of go. It's probably a bad thing, but that's usually how I operate when I go with routing.
I'm the same. I'm the same too in certain cases. Like I'm not sure which round it was, but in 4 I went back to the start because I thought there was 2 pipes at first, but I just saw 2 pipes on their island there, so I got confused there. So yeah.
And I mean, let's see, what else? World 7 both seeds was kind of sending you all over the place.
Yeah, it fit. I don't know. The first seed already seems like a distant memory to me, but it felt like it was a little bit more, if not the same trolley as the World 7 in this one. So like this one, it had you. In this World 7, it looked like you could only have to do 1 fortress because we couldn't see the end. But I'm like, I mean, we're guaranteed to at least have to do 1. So I went out of my way to do the first fortress. I'm like, all right, maybe I'll get lucky. I'll get to the final island and we can just make it. It's like, nope, sure enough, we had to go find the second one. And turns out you end up having to do both of them because you couldn't get to the second fortress without doing the first one. So,
and I mean, the first seed also was pretty more straight front up with you're going to have to do both fortresses because they had lock and a missing bridge in the way.
Yeah, that ends up being like majority of the time what it is like you'll end up like 7, you may get lucky and only have to do 1 fortress, but majority of the time you end up having to do both. Macobra, like I don't know if you can remember. I think it was whatever the second world was in the first seed. I think there was a routing choice you can make.
Was that World 6?
I think yeah, it was 6. Did you end up using? Did you have a hammer by then? Did you use the hammer on that rock there?
I did, but I did not hammer that. I just I went the other pipe and I think I played an extra level there.
Yeah, okay, so we both made the same play there. After finishing that world, I realized I may have been able to save a stage by using the hammer on that rock.
Yeah, it's actually, you go skip 2 stages by hammering there, but I figured it was early and, Warp 3 might pay off, so I just kept on to the hammer, I guess.
There's one more thing I had. Actually, there's another thing. I missed it. You didn't have 2 hammers on the first seeds World 3, did you?
No, I don't think so, no.
Okay.
Yeah, but I was able to double hammer there.
And that was nice because it was just like a straight path to Windy.
That was okay. That would account for a big time chunk.
The big time difference there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Those hammers came in super handy.
Yeah.
Any final thoughts on these seeds?
Other than they were, I mean, for tourney brackets, they were pretty damn good. I knew going into these races I was gonna have to like play my super A game to top Macobra. So these times I'm not too unhappy with them. I thought I played pretty good on them, but yeah, I mean, GG to Macobra, he definitely came and showed.
Thanks. I mean, this has been, I mean, the 2 rounds is. It wasn't too bad. I mean, 7-8 could have been better in the first round, but other than that, none of the real trolley levels you see like 7-5 or 6-6. I didn't see one of those, so
yeah,
overall not bad.
Well, thank you, and putting on a good show for us, SDiezal. And congratulations, Macobra, and good luck on your race against Paradox next week.
Thank you. Ought to be a good one, for sure.
Good luck, dude.
Thanks.
And that will do it for me. This has been It's Paranoia, also known as Much Paranoia. commentating on this race. Please give our runners a follow, if you would be so kind. They've been putting on great races and good shows for you this entire tournament. Give them a follow. And if you like me, please give me a follow too. And do give Speed Gaming a follow too, as well. And thank you and good night.